Hi, I'm Helen from Community Practitioner. I'm here with Francine from the Lullaby Trust and Dave Munday, Professional Officer at CPHVA. So Dave, CPHVA Charity of the Month is a new initiative that's come in just this year, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And so the Lullaby Trust is the Charity of the Month for March. What was the decision based on?
Yeah, well, our members nominate who our Charities of the Month are. And we were really lucky for March that one of our members, who is a CONI coordinator, Jackie, nominated the Lullaby Trust. And she sent in just a paragraph about why the Lullaby Trust was really important to the work that she does as a health visitor. And, you know, reading that, obviously, you know, we absolutely needed to get Lullaby Trust as one of the Charity of the Month. But having said that, it is an organisation, as Francine said, that we work really closely with. Because they have such important messages that our members deliver. And you know, often when I sort of work with the Lullaby Trust, I think back to my training when I became a health visitor in 2002. And at that point it was the FSID delivering training locally to, you know, a room of brand new health visitors. And just with such simple messages, we know that those messages save children's lives. As a health visitor and working in public health in general, it can be quite frustrating at times because the evidence of the work that we do is that little bit harder to collect. But I think what we've seen in terms of the success of the Lullaby Trust is absolutely how the importance of public health messages to families can save children's lives. And I know Francine's run the London Marathon for the Lullaby Trust. Last year I ran the Great North Run for the Lullaby Trust. And it's so humbling to be running alongside other runners with vests on who have pictures of children that they've lost to sudden infant death. And it's that bit about, you know, as a parent myself, it's more, you can't imagine how devastating that loss must be. So not only has the Lullaby Trust stopped, you know, thousands of children over the years, you know, dying from sudden infant death, but also they've supported those families that have been through it. And I think our members that are CONI coordinators have done an amazing job to support people, to make sure that subsequent pregnancies are less stressful than I imagine that they must be if you've had that situation. So I can't say, you know, more than enough praise kind of thing for the Lullaby Trust, because they've made such a huge difference to our country. And you know, I think Safer Sleep Week is a really great thing to recognise that difference.
Sure. And Francine, so what does it mean to you as an individual and as a charity to be named Charity of the Month by CPHVA?
Well, it's a great honour, so thank you very much. As I said, we have a very close relationship with CPHVA and individual health visitors, as we've just heard from Dave. Jackie nominated us, and Jackie has worked with the Care of the Next Infant scheme for many years, and that's a scheme that actually could not function without the support of health visitors, and essentially that provides really crucial support to parents who've gone through the agony of losing a baby to SIDS, are happily having another baby, but are absolutely terrified about, you know, the prospect of having a baby and the same thing happening again. So the Care of the Next Infant, or CONI scheme as we call it, is really crucial. It's been going for 30 years. It's got huge levels of parental satisfaction. So you know, we feel that's a fantastic example of us working with health visitors, CPHV members. So yeah, we're really delighted that the role has been recognised in that way.
Yeah. So is there anything special about this year's Safer Sleep Week in particular?
Well, this year, which is our second year that we've run Safer Sleep Week, is very exciting because we're launching a Safer Sleep animated film. We are also targeting our message particularly on young parents, because sadly SIDS affects young parents more than other groups. 4 times greater risk of having a baby die from SIDS if you're under the age of 20, which is a very frightening statistic. So we wanted to do something that would particularly engage young parents. We think the film will do that. But also, excitingly, we have got the celebrity support of Charlene Wayne. Some of your members will have watched The Apprentice and seen that Charlene actually was a semi-finalist on The Apprentice. And she sadly had a SIDS death a few years ago. And very kindly, she's agreed to talk about that publicly. She's met some young parents and is promoting Safer Sleep Week on her social media channels. So essentially what we're trying to do is get our message out as widely as possible, but particularly focusing on those groups who are more likely to succumb to SIDS, and using methods that they're most likely to understand and hopefully engage with.
So I mean, we've touched on sort of CPHVA members working with the Lullaby Trust. Obviously, you know, a member nominated you as Charity of the Month, so there's obviously a good relationship there. Would you like to do more though with CPHVA members, ideally?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And we have launched a Safer Sleep animated film as part of Safer Sleep Week this week, and we're very pleased. It's gone very well. We've already had 21,000 views, and it's only day 2. So that's exciting. So if every single member of CPHVA shared this on their Facebook accounts and Twitter accounts, that would be marvellous, and encourage everybody they know to share it. I mean, there's something like 700,000 babies born every year, thousands of babies born every day. Families need to have this information, yeah. So please share that animated film as widely as possible.
And in terms of the remainder of the year, what's your plans as a charity? What will you be working on?
Right, okay, well, so it's a busy year. It's a busy year. We will certainly be celebrating Health Visitors Week in September, and we'll be in contact with Dave about how we can join up. We've got Baby Loss Awareness Week in October, which is an important week where we work with other infant loss charities to support parents who've lost a baby and enable them to remember that baby, and to raise awareness essentially of how devastating it is to lose a baby. I'm off to Uruguay in September as well. We have a biannual conference, an international biannual conference on SIDS and stillbirth, and we will be presenting some new research at that conference, and also talking to our colleagues in South America how they can drive down infant mortality rates in those countries. So yeah, it's an exciting year.
Yes, gosh, indeed. Well, that sort of wraps up our little Charity of the Month interview. So thanks ever so much for taking the time again, Francine. I know it's a very busy week for you. And yes, just wish you all the best with the charity and the campaign and raising awareness of SIDS. You've obviously done great work so far, so keep up the good work.
Thank you for the opportunity. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.